So if you've been keeping an eye on the news, the world of crypto probably feels, well, a little schizophrenic, right? One headline is screaming about some meme coin that just made somebody a millionaire overnight, and then the very next story is about governments and huge Wall Street firms quietly building out the financial system of the future. It's confusing, it's contradictory, and honestly, it points to a massive split right down the middle of the crypto universe.
And that brings us to the big question we're tackling today. What are we actually looking at here? Is this whole thing just a giant, high-stakes digital casino? Or is it the actual foundation for the next generation of finance? The wild part is, the answer seems to be yes, it's both. Let's break that down.
All right, so first, let's jump into world number one. This is the one that gets all the headlines, all the attention. We're calling it the hype machine. It's super fast, it's loud, and it is all about speculation, social media buzz, and, that dream of getting rich like yesterday. And the numbers you see here are just kind of hard to wrap your head around. Take something called the Giggle Fund. It's a meme coin. It just launched and almost instantly shot up to a $35 million market cap. Look, this has nothing to do with solving a real-world problem. It's all about pure momentum and hype. This chart right here? It's a perfect snapshot of the kind of volatility we're talking about. You've got a token called Aster, and its price just explodes by 400% because of something called an airdrop. We're not talking about a slow and steady climb here. This is a straight-up vertical leap, all triggered by one single event.
So, what even is an airdrop? You can basically think of it like a massive promotional giveaway. A new project will literally just send out free tokens to thousands and thousands of crypto wallet addresses. Why? To instantly create a user base, to generate a ton of buzz, and to just get their name on the map. It's a marketing gimmick that can have this huge, immediate effect on the price.
And listen, this kind of thing, it is happening all over the hype machine world. It's not a one-off. You see another token, Bless, surging after its own airdrop. You see a huge platform like Solana take a massive hit and then recover at this incredible speed. And the whole thing is fueled by stuff like meme coins. Coins that are often literally started as a joke, that can drive over $1.5 billion in trading on just one network. This is the wild, unpredictable side of crypto in full swing. Okay, now let's completely shift gears. Let's talk about the other side of the crypto coin. Because while the hype machine is making all that noise, a totally different world is being built, much more quietly. It's slower, it's way more methodical, and this is the world of the big institutions.
And this is maybe the most important thing to understand. When a company like Visa, a pillar of the traditional financial world, comes out and says that every single institution that handles money is going to need a strategy for stablecoins, well, you pay attention. We're talking about crypto that's designed to hold a steady value, usually pegged to something like the US dollar. When Visa says these are essential, a really fundamental shift is happening.
And this isn't just talk. We are seeing real, concrete moves from all over the place. You've got the US and UK governments teaming up to figure out policy together. You've got BlackRock, the biggest asset manager on the planet, creating new ways for people to invest in Bitcoin. And you even have the very core of the old system, the stock exchanges, building brand new platforms to trade things like stocks as digital tokens. The entire establishment is getting in the game.
What you're seeing is the process of crypto moving from the fringes right into the mainstream. Regulators, like the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, are getting ready to officially open the floodgates for more crypto investment products. They're called ETNs, or exchange-traded notes. Just think of them as products you can buy on the regular stock market that give professional investors an easy, regulated way to get into crypto. This is the complete opposite of the Wild West. This is slow, careful, and deliberate integration.
So, this is the central puzzle, isn't it? On one hand, you have this chaotic, hype-fueled casino. And on the other hand, you have this slow, steady, methodical march of Wall Street and government regulation. How on earth can both of these things be true at the same time, in the same market?
This division goes right down to the two biggest players in the whole space. For a lot of these big institutions, they look at Bitcoin and see digital gold. It's a store of value, a major treasury asset. But then they look at Ethereum and they see something completely different. They see it as the foundational layer for a whole new internet, a platform that you build all sorts of new applications on top of. So you have two totally different visions for what the future even looks like.
Now here's a really fascinating question that some analysts are starting to ask.
Could all that chaos, all that gambling in world number one, could it actually be a good thing in the long run? Is it possible that meme coins and the chase for those crazy gains are actually a Trojan horse that brings millions of new people into crypto who then might just stick around to discover the more serious foundational technology? It's a pretty wild thought.
So what's the big takeaway from all this? I think the best way to understand what's happening is to just stop trying to see it as one single thing. First, you've got to acknowledge that these two worlds, the hype machine and the institutional march, are both very real and they're happening at the same time. Second, you have to see that there's this constant battle between pure speculation and the slow, steady build-out of actual infrastructure. And finally, the story of crypto's future is really going to be about which one of these two forces wins out in the end.
And that leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? As we look forward, what will define crypto's next chapter? Will it be the chaotic, anything-goes energy of the Wild West, or will it be shaped, tamed, and ultimately controlled by the rules, regulations, and frankly, the enormous capital of Wall Street? The battle is on, and honestly, the outcome is far from certain.